me, and that's where Spider is going to start. I have volunteer to tell me what equation and what variable I'm going to isolate for, please. Calvin, go. Great. Wonderful. Okay, what's going on right there? Wonderful. Now, you will generally know you did this right, and I'm going to call that guy number 3. Okay. It just for me easier number everything. Now, you can tell you'll be doing this right is because you'll get an answer with no fractions in it. Okay. If you have fractions in your answer, you'll know that you probably picked the wrong variable. All right. So that's just a good piece of advice for yourself to work with. Bailey, you're up. What do I do next, please? Good. So I'm going to just say sub 3 into 1. Just as a piece of advice, not a piece of advice. I don't know where I'm trying to say here. If you were to sub into this one, say 0 equals 0. If you're taking an equation, you're subbing it back to the first equation, it would just, everything would cancel out and that would be bad. So you'd always have to use the second equation. All right. Bailey, can you tell me what's right, please? Go ahead.
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 times 4y.
Yeah. Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Great. Right hand, can you continue, please?
21 minus 12y plus 2y equals 11.
Great. Luke, can you continue, please?
I just got negative 10, that equals negative 10.
Yeah, so what you did there. Great. Okay. Emily, what do you do next, please? What do you do next, please?
Divide by minus 10.
And negative 10 divided by negative 10 is? 1. Positive 1, not negative 1, right? Because negative 1. All right, great. Now, what will happen, somebody, and I hope it's not you, on your test will stop there. I'm only half done. I want a point, not just a y value. Alistair, how do you get the x value, please? Great.
X equals 7 minus 4, 1.
Right there. Okay, so, yeah, so I'm going to say x equals I get everyone to close their eyes and put their heads on their desk for a second. Just wait, thank you. Okay, if you got 3 and 1 without my help, raise your hand, please. If you got close to 3 and 1 but made a small mistake, raise your hand, please. If you're having relative difficulty with what we're doing today, raise your hand, please. You guys are all honest. Okay, go ahead. Okay. This is just something you got to keep sharp with. This is just good algebra. You guys are all off with algebra after the first unit. I know that. Okay, right? But I need you guys to try. I also want you to answer honestly. Okay, for I'm not judging you. I'm just checking the class. Okay, I'm going to do the homework take up here. There were a few tricky questions. I'll do the word problems. Also, I'm going to go through 9D from Friday. This was okay. So this is 9D. So this is actually a good question. This is on page 39. Right, I'm going to hit pause and give you guys a chance to work on this one right now. Okay, if you're done your homework, it's okay. It's been since the weekend, you forgot it anyway. I want you to use the method that we just used. Now, if you want your answer to match mine, what equation and what variable you're going to use to isolate here? Which one? Go ahead. Yeah, which x or y for the first one? Yeah, I'm going to isolate y here. Okay, for this, all right? So isolate y in this equation. There's going to be a small little fraction, which is going to stink, okay, but we'll have to deal with it anyway, okay? So take a second. When I say a second, I mean 2 or 3 minutes. If you already did this on Friday, good for you. Okay, but prove your dominance over this question by doing it again right now. Okay, practice makes perfect. Okay, I'm going to pause and then I'm going to answer Emily's question here. Something is weird. I'll let you know. This is fractions. This is a mess. Okay, you don't mind me saying so. Okay, I'm going to start with Jessica. Jessica, since please. Jessica, first step here is going to be what? Good. Go ahead. Okay, guys, I can't hear. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. So that should be y equals 3x. Okay, now this is, guys can do this please? Okay, this is fraction, this is going to be a messy one for sure, alright?
Sadler by y equals 1/2 plus 2.
No, either one, like, because plus or minus, that all either way works. Or, sorry, like 2 plus 3 is like 3 plus 2, they mean the same thing. Alright, here we go please. Alright, Caleb, next step, what do I do please?
Do you like substitute that into the next?
Great, okay, so we're going to sub. And this is why this is called substitution, right? So this is going to be, I went to this on the next board to give myself lots of room to work here. So we're going to go 3x minus 5 bracket, 3 over 2, sorry, 3x plus 1/2 plus 7 equals 0. Okay, hopefully everyone got here. Is there any question on this? Because this I'm hoping everyone got to, no problems. Yeah, we're going to get to a little bit of difficulty. I get someone who's brave. It can be Jenna, it can be someone else. Jenna, are you brave?
Yeah, but I just didn't get like the positives. I didn't get positive 1 over 2.
Oh. Well, remember, this is like, this is negative 1 divided by negative 2, right? So a negative divided by negative changes to a plus, right?
Yeah.
So that's for that.
Wait, so I can answer it though.
Okay, go ahead.
So 3x
Yeah.
minus bracket 15x
Yeah.
plus 5 over 2
Great.
bracket plus 7 equals 0.
Great. I got rid of the bracket, so I just did. So what I did was negative 5 times 3x is negative 15. Negative 5 times 1/2 is negative 5 over 2. Where'd you get 5 over 2 from? Yuck.
Right,
So-
sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I multiplied 3 and everything, so then
Yeah.
I just multiplied 3 or 5
Yeah.
times that.
So what she did there without thinking was 5 is like 5 over 1, right? So she just multiplied the numerator. All right, Derek, this is looking messy. Can you try and neaten this up? What could you do to neaten this up, if anything?
You would make everything whole numbers.
Whole numbers? Okay, good. So I'm going to multiply everything by 2, so I'm going to call that 2 times 3x minus 2 times 15x minus 2 times 5 over 2 plus 2 times 7 equals 0. If you wanted to, guys, ladies and gents, you could have like added everything together first and you'll get the same answer. So this turns into 6x minus 30x minus 5 plus 14 equals 0. Yuck. Sorry, but I'm not allowed to say yuck. Yuck. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say yuck. Yuck. Just the back of the book said? Yuck. Is anyone else grossed out by that? Did I make a mistake? Please say I didn't make a mistake. Emily, go ahead.
How come some of the twos are positive and some of the twos are negative?
Okay, because what I did was, the question wasn't just a negative here carried with it, okay, right? Because, okay, you guys, shh, hold on a second, please. The question was, how come some of the twos are positive, some of the twos are negative? What happened was, right, because this is negative 15, I just carried the 2 on the outside. Okay, right, so I could have wrote it either way. It was just 15 times 2 the same thing, that's a negative. So that's going to go through there, okay? Yes? Right here. Yeah, I feel much better. Thank you. Yuck. Yes, I said it, yeah. Thank you, though, for being after that. Okay, great. How do I deal with that 3 over 8? Yeah, what do I do with it? What do you do it right now? Cast go. Yeah, so I'm going to call it over here now. Y equals 3 bracket 3 over 8. Plus 1/2. Someone other than Cassidy, who loves fractions. How do you deal with 3 times 3 over 8? What does that turn into? 9 over 8, good. So it's 9 over 8 plus 1/2. That's 9 over 8 plus 4 over 8, which is 13 over 8. Yuck. That's right, the book. That's the answer? Yeah. Okay, that question right there is something I'll give you on assignment, put it on your test. It takes too long for the test, okay? So on the assignment, you can see a question like that that has fractions and is messy, because you have literally unlimited time for assignment just about. On your test, so you'll probably have integer solutions. Okay. When I say integer solutions, what's an integer solution mean? Go ahead. Yeah, positive or negative whole number is probably going to be that, or something nice like 0.5, or like 1/2, not 0.5, like someone just said. Okay, right? So the things that aren't like 13 over 8 is sort of hard to do. Because even me, as I was doing this, I was saying to myself, oh no, did I make a mistake? Because that's the fractions make you think of only your decimals, right? Okay, let's get some word problems. Are we sort of okay with what's happened here? Like this is messy, like this one's a messy question, definitely, okay? But if you notice it, the same steps always. I picked one variable, I isolated it. Okay, then I subbed it in the opposite equation, did a distributive thing. Okay, right, then just solve the variable and then sub it back. It's the same rules that always apply. This one was probably the worst thing you're ever going to see. Okay, it's probably what it's going to be. Good? All right, let's move on to one of the word problems here. Okay, I got 2 word problems that came up here from last night. I'm going to take them up here right now. Hopefully they're good. Did anyone hear, what was the hardest one last night? 11 was?
Yeah.
If you said what that was. Do you want me to think of one of the easier ones first to make sure? Like maybe like number 7. I'm going to start with 7.
We already wrote.
Do you guys understand?
No.
7? I'm going to start with 7 maybe quickly, and then I'll do 11. Okay?
What page?
It's on page 39. Okay, since you were shown this yesterday, since you guys were shown this one yesterday, maybe just put it as where it goes, just hold on to it before we go quickly. As far as your test is going to go, probably at least 2/3 of your test is going to be word problems. Okay? Just so you know, you can go now, okay, now that you heard that. But I think the way I did it, I think I did last year's test when I taught this 5 years ago. I think 2 pages were algebra, 3 pages were word problems. So it went to 60, I guess. It's 60% word problems. So I had 6 word problems and 4 algebra questions. That was your test. All right, so if you're saying to yourself, oh no, you can't do word problems, you have to get confident. The rule I told my class last year and every year was what? So remember what the rule is for solving word problems? What do you do? Read the question. More important than that, read the question twice. Okay? You can even write this down if you need to. Then finally, read the last sentence again. Okay, the thing is, the last sentence in every word problem in math teachers are lazy. Okay, we're not. We are uncreative in our questions, though. Okay, the last sentence for every word problem will always tell you what you're looking for, no matter what question it was. Now, the reason that's important for this is because the last sentence will always tell us what our left statements are. Okay, because if they say, what are the number of birds in the sky? Okay, wonderful. Okay, that's going to tell us, right, that let x equals number of birds, right? Whatever it will be. So whatever the last sentence is, it's very important to read that again. Get all the way through the question, okay? I'm not like this, but there are some teachers in this school, if you have them next year, that put fluff in their questions. They'll say, my favorite color is red. Well, wonderful. What does that do with math? Nothing. Okay, there was a red fire truck down the street. Great, wonderful. Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. As far as this question, I'll read it out. It says, a health food company packs almond butter in jars. Some jars hold 250 grams. Other jars hold 500. On Tuesday, the company packed 160 186.5 kilograms of almond butter, 511 jars. The last sentence says, how many jars of each size did they pack? So what are the two things that we're looking for then? You guys all said you did this yesterday, right? So what are the two things we're looking for? Go ahead, Noah.
The number of big jars.
Sounds good to me. Let's say let B equals number of big jars. That's 500 grams. And let S, we said. It is tremendously important that you guys are able to get that, because without that piece of information, it's impossible to solve this question. Okay? And you can use different letters if you want to, but by reading the last sentence on, like in your book, that tells you exactly what you're solving for. Okay, that's very important. Next it says here, on Tuesday, the company packed 186.5 kilograms of butter. How would I deal with that? 186.5 kilograms. What do you think? Go ahead.
Divide that by 1,000 to get 1 milligram.
Okay, great. So we said 182.5 kilograms. So we're going to say for this then, the big okay, so we're going to say a 500 gram jar, so 0.5 times your big. Every big jar is worth 0.5. Every small jar is worth 0.25. Our final answer here said then 511 jars altogether. So B plus S equals 511. And there's our 1 and there's our 2. Okay, this is without a doubt the most important type of question, because this is one of the easy questions. This is an easy style question going to be on your test. We'll go through the hard style question, which is 11, coming up in a sec. Okay. Okay, so where this came from, it said the total mass packed was 182.5. So we had, so we had our first equation dealing with mass. The second one just deals with the number of jars. Okay, now this one we're going to use substitution. What variable? Sorry, the question or answer?
Isn't it 186? Yeah, that's not too. Yeah.
Clearly, I can't read. Thank you. Cool. Okay, we're going to use substitution for this one. What variable looks better to substitute? B or S? The answer is it does not matter, okay? If you like B better, we're going to use B. Okay, can I get a brave soul? What are we up to, by the way? I think we're up to Aiden. Aiden, I think we're up to you. Aiden, isolate B here, please. What is B going to equal? Oh, goodness. Hold on a sec. I was going to use this. I was going to do this one first. That's all I wanted to do. Okay. So just like what we did in the other equation, okay? Now you can see it's much easier just to substitute. If you were to do the other one, it'll still work, okay? But as soon as you see decimals and fractions, it's going to be a lot messier. Molly, can you sub that into the second equation, or the first equation for me, please? Go ahead.
250 plus, or sorry, plus 2.
Okay, good. This is 0.5B.
Plus 0.5 S equals 186.5.
That's good. Okay, so it's the same thing we did.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Sorry, I'm almost up.
It's all good.
You know,
It's okay. That's fine. And it's still the same thing, that's fine. All right, Nick, you got a calculator there?
Yeah.
Can you multiply that for me, please? Now, although I was talking badly about decimals before, why am I not in a big pickle about decimals in this case? Why is it okay for this? Bailey, go ahead. It began with decimals, right? Okay. The other thing you could have done if you wanted to is change everything to grams. So you could have changed this to like 186,000 grams, 5,000 grams if you needed to. All right, I'm going to quickly finish this up and we'll get to the difficult one. So I'm going to call that negative 0.25s equals 186.5 minus 255.5. And do you have a calculator by any chance? Exactly. Great. All right, Noah, next step, please. Thank you. All right, 69 times 4 is 276. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you can see all the steps are the same here. The only difficult part is getting the first step. Any questions?
What happened to the 0.5?
Yeah, so what I did was, sorry, I skipped a step here, thank you. So what I did was 0.25 minus 0.25 is minus 0.25. Okay, so then to get this, we're going to say then B, so we're going to sub S equals 276 into 3. And we're going to get B equals boy. Okay. Now this is tremendously important at this point. Since the question was given to you in a sentence, it has to be answered in a sentence. All right, what's a wonderful concluding statement for this? Jenna, go ahead.
Therefore, they killed 276 small birds.
If you tell me, therefore, the point of intersection was 276 and 235, you will lose half a mark, okay? Because this is not, although it's an intersection we're looking for in terms of B and S. All right. I'm going to get positive here for a second, get you guys to breathe for a second, but I'm going to tell us a joke about my mother here. I can't remember when I do this in class. You guys know Mrs. Sadler? You guys should get positive when I do this. What happened was when I was in university, she was looking, let me say this, let me stop this way.